And the last Spark session presenters are representing the WSU Vancouver campus. Johanna Phelps is an assistant professor and director of the Technical Professional Writing Program. Amanda Mathena is a WSU Vancouver English major and intern with the Palouse Alliance. And Christine Oakley is representing the Palouse Alliance Coalition.
Thanks, Jessica. This is Christine Oakley, and Joanna and I are excited to be here, and I'd like to say hi to all my WSU friends and colleagues. I am here representing the Palouse Alliance, and it's a Palouse region nonprofit organization, and some members of the Palouse Alliance are here today as well.
And I'm Johanna, and our third presenter, Amanda, couldn't join us, but she'll chime in via recording in a bit. Before we get started, I wanted to thank some of the funders who have supported this work, including an affordable learning grant and a Smith Teaching and Learning grant from WSU, as well as a local teaching innovations grant at WSU Vancouver. Today, we're sharing our experiences from spring 2021 and discussing a few factors that made this cross-state collaboration a success.
And per Spark protocols, we have a call to action. And this call to action is take a risk and work with an intern. And in doing so, you build learning environments for students designed for long-term collaboration and partnerships, and definitely have patience. At the heart of this successful collaboration are the 4 partners that you see on this slide. A big shout out goes to the Center for Civic Engagement, and more specifically, Jessica Peroni, who served as a catalyst for this resulting partnership, as it has done with the other partnerships that we have heard about. Our academic partner, Joanna, with the Technical and Professional Writing Program at WSU Vancouver, the Palouse Alliance, which is a 37-year-old consortium of about 100 health and human service providers whose main mission is mutual support and resource sharing. We have no paid staff, no office, we have a post office box, we have a lot of people who have a desire to make a difference in the lives of others. And of course, our professional writing intern, Amanda Mathena, who was an excellent, excellent organizational match.
So thanks to amazing partners like Christine, and with support from WSU, effective fall 2020, all students who enrolled in a regular semester course through the Technical and Professional Writing Program at WSU Vancouver participated in some component of community engagement. From English 402, which enrolls students from majors across the university, to our advanced technical writing course and our internship course, students fulfill learning objectives in constructed, research-driven writing environments that our faculty design with nonprofits. Through their community engaged work, students both fulfill WSU's land grant mission and meet course learning objectives while supporting community initiatives. Due to COVID, all our placements during the 2021 academic year were virtual. And though Christine and I worked to place English 402 students with the Alliance in fall 2020, nothing panned out. Christine expressed interest in continued partnership, so when Amanda reached out looking for an internship placement, I sent her resume along to Christine, and it was exciting to find a match. Together, Amanda and Christine outlined the major projects for spring 2021, and it was my privilege to watch those projects unfold.
So after our first meeting, my first meeting with Amanda, a subsequent meeting was designed for her to share some ideas. And of course, she, as a good student, she came prepared with a 15-slide PowerPoint presentation of the possible products we could explore throughout the semester. One of those products was this logo that you see. Now, unbeknown to Amanda, who had never been to the Palouse before, that this was the color palette that is often used by groups in the region that's known for our wheat fields that change from green to gold as they grow, dry, and eventually are harvested. For Amanda, the warmth of the colors reflected our collaborative mission of the Alliance, and the graphic of the people around the table represented our participatory spirit. Right away, she seemed to understand what the Alliance was all about, and I was wowed by her professional and thoughtful approach to the internship. I knew this was going to be a perfect match. And now you can hear from Amanda directly.
In my internship with the Palouse Alliance, I got the opportunity to work on the nuts and bolts of designing communications. I produced the Palouse Alliance's logo, as well as newsletters, flyers, press releases, and other communications. In the process, I built on my working knowledge of Adobe InDesign, Illustrator, and Canva. But I also got to build soft skills in communication and project development, working with stakeholders who would implement the results in the real world. I gained an experience sharing information and presenting designs in a virtual context. And it's very likely I will do remote work in my profession after graduation, so gaining that experience with virtual collaboration is more relevant than ever. I also found I was motivated to do my best work because I was contributing to an important nonprofit. It's been an honor to work with Dr. Oakley, the Palouse Alliance, and the Alliance member organizations who are doing vital work in the community.
And I thank you, Amanda, wherever you are today. At the beginning of this Spark, we said that part of our call to action was the importance of building learning environments for students designed for long-term collaboration and partnership, and have patience. So it's essential that we emphasize for us that it was really all about the relationships. Although, as you saw in Amanda's slide, that she produced some great final products, and we now have a logo that replaces a very sad logo we used in the past. It's the relationships that emerged in the process of working together that is the most important long-lasting outcome of this project. The Alliance and Johanna and English 402 and the other classes will forge a long-term relationship, that we will form a long-term relationship with WSU Vancouver. And we hope that our relationship with Amanda has established a well-loving respect for nonprofits, and that she will go on to do amazing technical writing work.
And so moving towards action, especially after fall semester when we ended up not having anybody placed with the Alliance, but then had this great result in spring, we have a few strategies to share that can be helpful. From my position as an instructor, setting clear objectives when creating new relationships with nonprofits, but also with students, and reflecting regularly with all partners and the engaged process can facilitate success. So setting clear goals and expectations was really critical for us.
And from my perspective, the responsiveness, especially during COVID, connecting regularly was important. Often we did this via email or Zoom, but setting the expectations for students in partner communications is always important. And I think having that responsiveness is really key. And then on the previous slide, the last item was, we have two more items. One was accountability and transparency, which are always important in a response, in a, thank you, in a relationship. And we wanted to really emphasize that synergy, sometimes this doesn't come about, but it really, really is important when partners, academic partners and community partners and student partners, we can't forget about them, really click to make things happen. Joanna, have anything more you'd like to add?
No, I think that you covered it, you know, that idea that sometimes it doesn't pan out, but always building towards something together with future in mind can be really a useful way to collaborate across the state.
Any questions that anyone has for either of us? Well, as we wait for questions to come in, I would really like to kind of paint the picture that the Alliance is a 100-person group by email list, and it's a phenomenal group of individuals with very little structure, but a monthly meeting, a set of minutes, and 2 projects a year. And so putting some structure and creating an identity, creating an image, having letterhead that we can actually use professionalizes us and makes us a little more present in the community with a specific identity. So Amanda brought that to us, and I think that's very important for an organization such as ours. Thank you.
Oh, Chris, there was one question. What type of projects does the Alliance do that other classes might be able to help with?
We have, and Amanda assisted with this incredibly. We have two things that we do throughout the year. One is our annual family fair that we did in the snow this year. And student work, Amanda's work with that and getting the word out, designing some professional products around that was key to its success. We have a second project that we do throughout the year that we may do in person. I don't know this year, but we have a networking breakfast that we invite area representatives from nonprofits. And that requires a lot of coordination, a lot of collaboration. And if it happens in person, that is another project. We are always open to a variety of things. And that's where I think the energy between the professional and technical writing class and WSU Vancouver can brainstorm on some additional things. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Thank you both, Johanna and Chris, for your presentation. And it was so really great to hear that student voice with Amanda, that reflection on that experience this past semester.